terrorist and founder of Black Lives Matter Utah. And for context, she was checking the other guy, my dude, for saying he didn't think the Nashville RV bombing was a terrorist attack before the facts came out.
This is the one and only video I'm going to make on this. This has got to be some weird clout grab because this incident happened nearly a year ago. I made a video taking all of the relevant information about the Nashville bomber and stating, for a number of reasons, that I didn't believe it was a terrorist attack. Now, I haven't gone back and searched for that video, but my recollection was there was information that he had ties to the AT&T building, that he was targeting underground fiber, that he was telling people to get away from the explosion, etc., etc., etc. And I said it sounded like a disgruntled employee and likely not a terrorist attack. And by the way, I was right.
My dude, I see you're back from your mental health break. I understand how stressful it is for white allies like yourself when you're fighting for the injustices done to people of color, that it does get stressful for you all and you have to take these mental health breaks. But having said that, let's just move right along to how loud and wrong you are. Let's take a look at the FBI release report concerning the Nashville bomber. You were wrong then and you're wrong now. First off, the 63-year-old terrorist, Warner that is, he was a freelance computer technician and he worked for a local company that was housed nowhere in the area in which he set off his impoverished explosive device. Now pause and read and you see the FBI themselves said his reasons included paranoia, long-held individualized beliefs adopted from several eccentric conspiracy theories. And to paraphrase William Shakespeare, a terrorist by any other name still blows shit up.
Lex, the founder of Black Lives Matter, then made a video hours and hours later. I think it's between 16 and 22 hours later. I don't remember exactly. And she claimed that I didn't want to call him a terrorist because he was white. Despite the fact that when I made that video, his ethnicity was not known. Now here's the thing. My reaction was absolutely reactionary. It was absolutely over the top. I should have been more calm about it, but it was frustrating for me because I didn't know that when I made the video. Yes, people with the darker skin tone tend to get called terrorists more than white people, but I didn't know that. Now, I don't know if this has to do with Wisconsin and the person driving through the crowd and why this has become a big deal again, but...
Hold up. What in the name of deflective hell does bringing up this piece of shit, Darrell Brooks Jr., have to do with Lola calling you out on your admittedly problematic response to Lex Scott? Yeah, you might need another mental health break after this, but I'll be waiting for your response.
To her. Nor should I have been dismissive. You are absolutely correct. 100%. Now, let's address the other issue, which is the reason this whole thing started. I have a lot of respect for iSpeak. Not so much with TNathan, but with iSpeak, I have a lot of respect for him. This entire situation started because Lex unjustly and wrongly accused me of being racist.
I don't know, Tommy. Having a hard time believing that, but moving right along. So I'm going to get right to the point because y'all know me. Those of you that are familiar with my platform, y'all know I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. After we got off that 3-4 hour live back and forth, I unfollowed you. Then I found that video today of you pitting me and TNathan against each other, of you having respect for me, that you blocked me. Moving right along. Your actions are what led Lex Scott to label you a racist after asking you that initial question. So she did not unjustly label you anything. You're choosing to prioritize hurt feelings over a teachable opportunity whereby you could have just taken a step back, analyze your actions, and then move better moving forward. Your retort to any type of criticism from the black community is I'm just going to leave the app. Just like what happened back in May with Ma'Khia Bryant when you had that terrible take and people came for you. You see, we don't have the privilege of picking this up and putting it down when we get ready. That's the privilege that you possess. Now, let me be clear in my own sentiment. Because I speak 1906, Anthony Hyland, I don't operate under the confines of groupthink. Do I think you're a racist? No, I don't. I think you're a very fragile white man that only aligns himself with black people that agree with you. And when black people come for you, you prioritize your feelings over teachable opportunities. To me, I don't have enough to go off of to call you an actual racist. But what I'm not going to do is discount her experiences with you. So for you to say she unjustly did that is facetious in nature at best. You won't label the Nashville bomber as a terrorist because you say the definition doesn't apply, nor did the FBI label him a terrorist. But in the same breath, you can turn around and say the perpetrators of January 6th were domestic terrorists, and the definition didn't apply, and the FBI didn't label them terrorists. Make that make sense. You see, the privilege that you possess allows you to sit at that point that you're at now. And when the heat comes on you, it's easy for you to get up and go. And in this movement, if you're going to speak on our issues, we don't get that option. Good day.
And yes, we know that these are white people. So is that why you're hesitant to call them terrorists?
That audio is all I needed to hear to know what an absolute shit person you are. You accused him of defending domestic terrorists because they were white and he's white. And when he took offense to that, you accused him of playing the victim. Go fuck yourself. Oh, I used to follow him. I thought he was one of the woke ones. Fuck you and that term. You didn't follow him out of support. I've had followers like you. You followed him because you wanted to be there when he fucked up so you could call him on it. You want to play gatekeeper. Oh, you want to support me in my causes? Well, let me see if you're the kind of white person I'm willing to let do that.
I know this is your favorite white boy. I know this.
I've never been so happy to see someone didn't follow me. And I'll actually continue struggling to make the world a place where you are treated equal to me. But part of that is you will be called out on your fucking bullshit.
Today, on Allies Gone Wild, we're going to talk about your favorite white ally, TizzyEnt.
And yes, we know that these are white people. So is that why you're hesitant to call them terrorists?
That audio is all I needed to hear to know what an absolute shit person you are.
Who is he talking to? It's Lex Scott, activist and founder of Black Lives Matter Utah. And for context, she was checking the other guy, my dude, for the Nashville RV bombing was a terrorist attack before the facts came out. And yes, it gets worse.
And when you took offense to that, you accused him of playing the victim. Go fuck yourself. Oh, I used to follow him. I thought he was one of the woke ones. Fuck you and that term. You followed him because you wanted to be there when he fucked up so you could call him on it. You want to play gatekeeper. Oh, you want to support me in my causes? Well, let me see if you're the kind of white person I'm willing to let do that. Then she did the 15-part fucking video series on if you want to be a white ally, this is what you have to do if you want to be approved by me. And I'll actually continue struggling to make the world a place where you are treated equal to me. But part of that is you will be called out on your fucking bullshit.
So much to unpack, like the fact that he doesn't treat us equally.
I think someone's doing it for the wrong reasons, okay, but if they're even accidentally doing good, maybe invest your energy in someone who's intentionally doing bad.
Unless you're a black woman checking white allies. Then I reminded him of how he actually treats people who do bad things.
The first is to tell you that I do not support your candidate, but I very much support the fact that you were able to be here and support him. The second is I want to make sure you had at least one positive experience with someone who thinks like me.
He was talking to Trumpers, and he was so kind, in fact, they gave him his very own Trump coin, and he was proud of it. And how did he respond to this reminder? He told Lex and I both to get fucked, stay fucked, called us disgusting, and wanted his followers to choose between them. And his defense for being so kind to our enemies?
But the difference is, those people I didn't see do anything directly.
Because voting for a white supremacist doesn't impact her directly. So in short, Tizzy wants all the celebrity and the profit our people afford him, while giving comfort to our enemies, but will viciously attack people of color for checking him. But he doesn't think he has to be the kind of white guy we'll allow to take up our cause. I'll let Lex close this out.
To the white allies out here who see the black creators who are showing patience with you and kindness, go say thank you to them today. Because a lot of us have no more patience to give.
A terrorist, as everyone's so quick to do with BIPOC.
Nope, that's not what she did. Because she accused him of being soft
hours before the identity of the person was revealed. So he clearly couldn't have been soft because the person was white, and his argument, being what it was, would have applied no matter the race of the person. Oh, and had he believed that they didn't meet the criteria of a terrorist, and the news called them a terrorist because they had been a person of color, he certainly would have called that out. Meanwhile, you want to be here henpecking my fucking content. The Clapper shit? Bitch, everyone is verified on Clapper. That was the fucking joke. Oh, and isn't it amazing that the video you decided to show about the work she's been putting in is a response to a white girl who was showing white culture that I did a video demolishing, all while not asking for fame and not wanting to speak for anyone other than myself, a white guy. So you unfollowed but couldn't find the block button, so I'll help you go fuck yourself. Ray posted several videos calling me a fake ally, and they are around a situation that happened December of last year. If you remember, there was an RV that blew up in New Orleans, and my dude had made some posts about it. A lot of people were making posts about it, and Lex, who runs the Black Lives Matter chapter of Utah, had been critical of him for not calling it a terrorist because it was a white guy. Now here's the thing, at the time that statement was made, we didn't know who the person was. We didn't know their race at all. And there was a narrative that it was actually a disgruntled employee of like a communications company that was right there. So my dude pushed back and was like, no, I have no problem calling him a terrorist if it's a terrorist act. And she claimed if it had been a brown person, he would have called them a terrorist. And then right around that time it was revealed it was a white guy, so it kind of muddled things and people thought that he knew it was and then wasn't saying it. During that back and forth, Lex made a couple of statements. She referred to him as everybody's favorite white boy, and then also had made several videos about if you want to be an ally, this is what you have to do according to me. And that rubbed me the wrong way. I made statements about it, and then that upset some other people. Lola and another creator that I will not mention their name came at me about it. Now, and I'm not making excuses, just explaining, at the time, I was being attacked a lot by some people on the right, and I was dealing with some stuff in my personal life, so I was very much in defensive mode. And I handled it in a defensive way. The other person I won't mention made a video about me making a lot of claims that were not true, including that I was on TikTok to prey on underage girls, which was just gross. I did not appreciate that. I was going to make a response and decided I'm going to sleep on it tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to make a response. And tomorrow just happened to be January 6th. And as I watched the Capitol riot happen, I had a very come to Jesus moment where I was like, why would I invest my energy in attacking people who want the same things that I claim to want? Even if I think they're doing something bad, as long as it's not hurting that. And since then, I've come to a place that's even deeper than that. Lola, Lex, not only do they want to fight for the same things that I believe in, but they are directly affected by like systemic racism and stuff, where I am not. I am a tourist by comparison. I have the white privilege to walk away if I wanted to, and I don't want to walk away. So you may not know this, but I am kind of competitive. Made me really realize, like, I have no business saying something to them about this stuff. There are other people who could say something to them if they're really out of line. So the way I handled that then, I would not handle it that way now. And for that, I am sorry. I am sorry to Lex. I am sorry to Lola that I handled it that way. I think that's wrong. And I don't expect them to accept my apology, but that is the reality. The person I am today would not handle the things I did a year ago. And honestly, I wouldn't try and do things if I didn't think people were capable of change. I'm constantly changing and learning, and I'm constantly going to screw up and try and learn from that. I'm going to disappoint some people and try and fix it. So if that is too much and you don't want to follow me or support me because of it, I understand, but I am going to continue to try and do better and do good. And I'm not going anywhere.
So that's all it took for you to be done with Lex Scott, the head of Black Lives Matter Utah.
Well, aren't you full of assumptions? No, it took more than that. She's had several videos that were problematic before this. Then she did the 15-part fucking video series on, if you want to be a white ally, this is what you have to do if you want to be approved by me. Oh, remember how I mentioned people who only follow so they can be there when you fucked up? You were real quick to pull that Trump supporters video. We both know you've been sitting on that one a while because you and I had lengthy conversations when it came out about it. But the difference is, those people I didn't see do anything directly. And she called my dude racist, not for what he said, but what he didn't say that she wanted him to. I take being called a racist or insinuated I protect them real fucking serious. Saying she's the leader of BLM Utah or being a black woman does not give her a pass. Letting that be the reason she's excused for shitty behavior wouldn't be equality. And of course the viral video chapped your ass. Some ally you turned out to be. Fuck terms like allies and woke. You shouldn't get a special label for just trying to not be a shit person. You two should try it, but I'll make sure unless I go viral, you don't have to see me anymore.
Hey guys, Lola's account got banned yesterday. That's not cool.
My page has been shadow banned. I also recently just lost my main account. TikTok banned me after multiple violations, and I didn't violate anything.